Good morning. Welcome to chapel. We are so glad that you are here, joining us in person, and those who are joining us online know that you are welcome here, whoever you are, whoever you know yourself to be, whoever you are becoming. For chapel today, you will need a red hymnal for our opening hymn, available on the hymn rack just off the stage. Also, I'm realizing if this is some of your first time being up on this stage, this is your friendly reminder that if you really absolutely hate going all the way down the steps to come up the little steps to get up here, that there's like the magic way around as well. So, this is like your fun facts about being in the CFL today, that if you hate the steps, we can avoid some of them. So just your thing. A couple announcements as we begin today. First, your ongoing friendly reminder that chapel break is built into our class schedule every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30. On these days, we meet on Mondays on the CFL steps for coffee and treats, and Wednesdays and Fridays in here for chapel. Also, your reminder that we join for a Monday evening communion worship service called Emmaus, Monday evenings at 8 p.m. in the CFL recital hall, which is kind of in the back of this building. I have a save the date for you for 2 weeks coming up as we get into the first week in October. In the church, we like to remember and recognize St. Francis, who in his saint's story has a lot to do with him being kind of one with nature and love for all creatures. And so in order to honor St. Francis the best we know how, on Tuesday, October 8th, we will be hosting a blessing of the animals out at Bentall Commons during Shadow Block on that Tuesday. And so this is your invitation. On the 8th, if you have a pet that you want to bring to get blessed, or a picture of a pet, or a stuffed rendition of a pet, you are welcome to bring any and all of those things to Bentall Commons anytime during Shadow Block. We will offer a blessing, and we will have some treats for humans and for animals as well. So watch for more info, but save the date, Tuesday, October 8th. Today in chapel, we are so pleased to welcome Jackson Decker as our chapel speaker. Today we conclude our series of September blessings, and so today we will be saying a special prayer of blessing for student organizations and their leaders. We are also super grateful for our musicians today, Nordic Choir, who will be providing our special musical offering, and then also for Ryan Holt, who offered our organ prelude today. Yay! Friends, we are so glad that you are with us today. I invite you now to stand as you are comfortable and able as we get grounded and centered for worship. I invite you to take a moment to settle into yourself, to find your balance, to feel the ground beneath you as it supports you, to relax your shoulders and your neck and your arms, to let go of whatever it is you have carried into this space. Set it down at least for a few moments. And just find your center and take a few deep breaths. Blessed be the God who makes us brave, who claims us with authentic love, who frees us from shame and fear, who calls us to disrupt the world with kindness and justice and mercy. For all of these gifts and graces, we lift our voices in praise, singing thanks be to God. Our opening song is number 679 in your red hymnal, number 679, For the Fruit of All Creation.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Pastor Melissa, for allowing me to share today. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Jackson Decker. At Luther, I'm majoring in biochemistry, serving as SAC president, helping coach football, trying to be a good RA in Farwell, and tutor a few different classes. Now, let's begin. College is a place for us to grow from the kids we were with our family's oversight into the adults we want and allow ourselves to become. But what does this look like for you or for me? We must identify what is our identity, what is our purpose, what's our drive. We must answer, what were we created to be? I believe I was created to be a dependable helper. I believe this because I was blessed with 3 general opportunities to put me in this position. First, I had a supportive family. Now, this isn't to say my family was perfect, but my parents' support was very strong. Secondly, I was actually introduced into the world in 7th grade. By this, I mean I was able to identify cultural differences that I probably wouldn't have been able to if I had been introduced younger. My third and final, Luther. Luther's been a place to grow these past 3 years, more so than intellectually, but as a person. And I think that reflects my coaches, my professors, my peers, and as of late, myself. Now, these 3 opportunities, let's see how they helped me mold into a helper. First, and most formative, was my parents' support. I don't believe that everybody with a pleasant childhood is morally obligated to be a helper, but it does beg the question, shouldn't we do something special with our lives with the blessings we've been given? One memory of my parents' support starts off with their divorce. I remember my dad making us a green bean casserole while trying to help me with my algebra homework. With age, it's been easy to acknowledge that this must have been a hard time for both of them, supporting 3 kids on their own incomes, but nevertheless supporting us in every aspect of our lives. Through this, I found something that I can do to make my life important. I found that I can help people, or at least try. This picture I'm painting of myself as being some helpful and benevolent person is incomplete, though. None of my teachers before 6th grade would tell you he was such a delight to have in class. I was interruptive, I didn't listen to authority well, I wasn't helping anybody, and the only thing someone could depend on me for was talking out of turn. But with my parents' continued support, teachings, and disciplines, I've been able to overcome that little kid and find ways to help people in all aspects. Now, I also mentioned that a second beneficial opportunity for me was being introduced to the world as, an older kid rather than in 3rd grade. Changing schools that 7th grade year from an environment with no people of color or individuals with disabilities to an environment full of diversity allowed me to not only see the world for what it truly was, but also join Best Buddies, a program where students are partnered up with others who have been placed in the special education programs at our school. I was partnered with someone we will refer to as Bryce, who was a BIPOC student and tended to be disruptive during classes, much like I used to be. Bryce and I would go to gym class or eat lunch every week during middle school and high school. Through this time, we became close. We became real friends. But I tell you all this to make sure we understand the significance of being open, both open eyes and open mind and hearts when we're introduced into new scenarios, because it is in these moments that real growth can occur. So this growth for me has reflected in me becoming an RA and trying to help people like I believed I helped Bryce. My third and final opportunity, we share together, maybe not as students, but everybody here has experienced the wonderful, healthy, encouraging, supportive community of Luther College. While at Luther, I've had many opportunities where I could have said, this is enough, I'm done, it's getting hard, most of which happened my freshman year. I was trying to balance being part of a football team who had only seen me sidelined with injury, and also earning a degree worthy of med school. All these stressors placed on a kid who had asked to go to the bathroom 4 months ago can be a lot. It was a lot. Luckily, my coach at the time, Tim Nearson, was a Luther alum and acted like one. When I was too timid to ask, he reached out. He helped me create a planner, connect me with resources, and give me advice I needed to become the person I needed to be. Now, as an RA, I'm ready to reciprocate. I've been able to help others just like he helps me and become dependable like this Luther College community has been for me. So, These 3 general opportunities in my life have molded me into a helper, like my parents, to anyone and everyone in need, while also being dependable as this Luther College community has been to me and hopefully has been to you. Thank you, and please turn it over to Pastor Melissa.
Please stand. As I mentioned today in our closing prayer, we will especially remember our student organizations and our leaders and all of us really on this campus who have a role to play and a calling as we participate in and shape this community. I invite you to pray. God of grace, we commend to you today our students and all who serve this campus through their service and their leadership. Bless them to be faithful in their contributions, enthusiastic in their collaborations, generous in sharing their gifts, humble in developing their skills, and aware of the ways that their work contributes to our campus culture of excellence and inclusivity, curiosity and sustainability toward building a community. Equip them with wisdom in their planning and patience in their serving. Give them strength and energy in their work and courage in their responsibilities. Call each of us to the holy work of loving our neighbors, of seeking justice, of living with kindness, of creating a more beautiful world. Bless and keep each of us in all of the vocations to which you call us, and hold us in your mercy now and always. Amen. Go now in peace to love and to serve. Thanks be to God.